Hello, it's Alicia, and it is 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. It is May 20th, and I just thought I'd kind of do more of a background on myself and, yeah, why I have a YouTube and why I watch so many videos, and, so basically what got me started, sorry, it's like so melting hot, my face is sweating, what got me into YouTube and what kind of sparked my interest into watching all these awesome people is my boyfriend Tyler. I was about to say MySpace and then I was about to say Facebook, but I meant YouTube thing is Lightweight Rower, LWTRWR, and yeah, so when he first was coming out as trans, he totally found YouTube and like all the how-to videos as far as packing, binding, and I thought it was like totally awesome, and I just like, he found this whole community of people, and then we both pretty much got like obsessed with it, and like we would like come home and I'd be like, oh, did you watch so-and-so's video? And he'd be like, no, have you seen it yet? And so yeah, so I just want to give a little bit more history about myself and Tyler. So we started dating back in November of 2007, and before then I had been out as a lesbian since pretty much I was 15. I met him when I was 19 at the time. Yeah, 19. And and he was still identifying as a female. I don't know if he wants me to say his bio name, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, so I met him and we like officially clicked. He was so amazing, and I just like, I've never met anyone else like him. Like, we were into the same things. Like, we just instantly clicked, and I was actually dating another girl at the time, and I totally was like, peace, I'm gonna go date this other girl. And yeah, we just instantly connected. It was amazing. And so we started dating. Everything was going fine, you know. 6 months went by and I was still like head over heels with him. We went to the San Francisco Dyke March together, we went to Pride together, had so much fun, blah blah blah. All my friends loved him, or her at the time, and loved her. My parents loved her. Everyone was just like so supportive of her, and you know, vice versa on his side. His family loved me. I actually worked with him at my other REI job in Santa Rosa, and so I worked with him like 2 years before I even knew that his daughter was gay, and then I actually ended up dating his daughter, which was really funny. And then yeah, so we, back last June or July, we were at his house, at his parents' house in Petaluma, and we were just hanging out. I think we were like in the hot tub, and as you can tell, I really need a haircut. Yeah. And I was just like, we were playing that stupid game that like, if you could change anything about your body, what would it be? And I've said this story so many times, I'm starting to lose track of it. And I said, you know, I would lose some weight, you know, lose maybe like 20-30 pounds. I'd be satisfied with that, you know. And he'd be like, well, I don't really want to tell you because it's really personal and I don't know what you're going to think about it. And I was like, tell me, you can always tell me anything. And so he said, you know, I would want to be a boy. I'd want to be a male. I hate my breasts, hate my vagina, cut it all off, add a dick, and we'd be good. And growing up where I lived in a very liberal area, so I knew a lot of other FTMs. And I was like, well, you know, you can always try packing and binding. And soon enough, within like 2 weeks, he had a packer, had a binder, and was pretty much doing it full time whenever he was with me. And at first, his name was very androgynous, so you could go either way. It could be female or male, kind of like Jamie or Ryan or Taylor. It can be like either way, but none of those are his original name. It wasn't like Brittany or Ashley, so he was very fortunate. And so he started going as male, and what actually ended up happening, so we were living in the same town or the same area, right up until he went to college, and he left like the last part of August, and he actually, it was really stupid and funny at the same time, but when we wouldn't see each other for a few days, I like got him this little book, and it was like our journal together, and like I'd write a few entries, and then he'd write a few entries, and we'd go back and forth. So like days that we'd miss each other and we wouldn't be able to see each other, we'd be able to read it or whatnot or write in it. And it was really cute, and it had all the times that we had sex, and all the times that you know, that I stayed the night over at his house when I wasn't supposed to, and all the times that, you know, at Pride, my boyfriend is like, he's a criminal justice major. He wants to go into the FBI. He wants to be into criminal law. So he's very by the book. He's amazing. He's like very focused. So he doesn't let other things like alcohol, drugs defer him at all. So I respect him for that very much so. And so the first time that he ever drank alcohol was at Pride last year. So it was like really fun. I was like, I want to get you drunk, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, I was turning 21 this year, so I would write in the journal, oh, you know, next year's Pride's going to be so much better because I'm going to have alcohol and blah, blah, blah. So, 2 days before he leaves for SAC for school, his mom finds the journal. All hell breaks loose. I'm pretty much forbidden to see her at the time, and then his mom finds out about this whole trans thing, being transgender, and that, you know, like, I have pretty much brainwashed him to be transgendered, and I forced him, and this queer group that we used to go to, they have brainwashed him to be narcissistic, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, at the time, my boyfriend was not 18, so pretty much it could have been statutory rape. And so she's all like, you know, you're not allowed to see Alicia until I talk to her. So I had to go over to his house while he was downstairs, because they live in a 2-story house, but the main floor is the second floor, and there's a downstairs. And she was like, I have never been so furious in my whole entire life. I've never been so disappointed in someone other than you. I hold you fully responsible for everything that has happened in my child's life, and pretty much for corrupting my 16-year-old daughter.